This is FinTech Futures at Sibos, and I'm joined by Derrick Walton of Bank of America. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you very well. Are you enjoying the conference so far?
I am enjoying the conference. It is a whirlwind and a marathon, but yes, I'm enjoying it.
Excellent, excellent. Well, maybe to get started then, let's give a quick introduction to yourself and your role at the bank.
Yeah, I look after emerging payments and innovation for GTS at Bank of America. I've been doing it now for 3.5 years, based out of New York, and really enjoying the role.
Excellent, excellent. So, I wanted to take a look at cross-border payments then. How has that space evolved then in recent years with digitalization and more people trying to move money across the borders?
Yeah, I feel like that's such a hot topic, cross-border payments. We've really been doing cross-border payments the same way for decades. And it hasn't really been until recent that we really started changing or checking the way in which we do this. And there's a lot of different ways. I think that notably, everyone is used to, especially since we're at Sibos, SWIFT is a big part of how we do it. But we're starting to get a little bit of demand in the market. And because of that, we're starting to see a lot more innovation that really relates to sending it faster, allowing it to be more transparent, to do it cheaper, as we're up against other fintechs and other parties out there who are able to do it a little cheaper. We have to account for all that. And not to mention, there's other new players in the field, such as cryptocurrencies and stablecoins. So the idea of utilizing some of this new innovation, these new technologies in the market is pretty important.
Excellent, excellent. How has Bank of America then adapted to these changes and been looking to get in on that?
Yeah, I would say we use basically we're looking at everything. And I would say, basically circle all of the above. We are still very much utilizing some of the SWIFT methodologies. It's the biggest network in the world, huge members, and it's the way that most of our clients and most of our team knows. But it doesn't mean that there's not always right for looking at data in a very different way. So as we start looking at SWIFT and we start bringing it out, we say to ourselves, well, we've been using SWIFT for large payments from a cross-border perspective. Maybe we should start looking at some other rails and other ways in which we do it. So one is, when we look at SWIFT from a business-to-business payment perspective, it is as solid as it can be. I think once we start looking at business-to-consumer payments, that might be a different avenue in which we start approaching things. We start saying, well, I got to do it cheaper, I can do it faster. So looking at cross-border real-time payments is a necessity for us, and we've been looking at that. So we've been trying to say, maybe we offer some of our corporates from a B2B perspective to continue using SWIFT, and then for some of our B2C payments, or small businesses, we start utilizing a lot more of a cross-border RTP, and something we call instant cross-border payments, batching that up.
Excellent, excellent. And you've mentioned RTP there as well. Is that quite a big kind of target area for you going forward?
Yeah, I wouldn't say just a target area for us, but it's definitely a target area for our clients. There's no denying in the world, everyone wants everything quicker, right? From your packages to your emails to getting paid. And if you think about the fact that everyone wants everything quicker, real-time payments is a great solution for that. I do think that when we think of real-time payments, people just think of, well, listen, that is a rail that goes 24/7, 365, and those are great. Those are great capabilities. But I think the other part that's really important is the fact that once you send those payments, those capabilities allow you to see that the beneficiary got paid. That you can you can get a return file that says everything. You can also send more information than the typical remittance information. Those all added together make for a pretty unique offering that, frankly, a lot of consumers and small businesses need to survive.
Excellent, excellent. You've mentioned there that the clients have been asking for that. Is there anything else that your clients specifically have been asking for in this space?
Yeah, I think that one of the areas that we've also seen from a cross-border perspective is to not only rely on bank accounts. There are individuals all over the world who are starting to utilize more digital wallets all over the place. So connecting to those digital wallets has been pretty critical for us to continue to think about how we support the next generation of bankers and account holders. So paying into unique wallets around the world, such as Alipay, Paytm, into Interac, into like PayPal wallets, we think that's going to be a differentiator. It is the language that a lot of young people or very digital native individuals speak, and we want to make sure that we can reach them as well.
Well, thanks so much for speaking with us, Derek. It's been great talking to you.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Excellent.